This huge box here is a gift from my Starbucks. If you garden and you are a person that is always at Starbucks getting a cup of coffee, while you're there, you might want to ask about this. These are coffee pods. They use them to make the drinks and everything for everybody. But this box is full of this liquid gold. If your garden is extremely alkaline or you need organic matter, this is a box full of it. Now, I don't live in an area where Starbucks is like extremely busy, so it took them like a day or two at my Starbucks to collect all of these. You can even see the shape of them from the coffee pod machine. That right there is expensive Starbucks coffee, and I am going to put these around my blueberries, and hopefully it'll make that difference. Thank you, Starbucks. And guys, when you get this from Starbucks, you're helping out the environment. This would go in the landfills otherwise. So if you're in Starbucks getting your coffee, inquire about getting some of this right here. Coffee grinds. If you're growing blueberries or berries in general, or you're in a place where you don't have much organic matter, this right here, it's good organic matter. Roses love it. I grow blueberries and all types of berries, but you know, it's good stuff. So I just wanted to tell you about it. And this smells like Starbucks coffee. So as I'm doing this, I'm wishing I had a Starbucks coffee. So if you get a big bag like this, you're not going to be able to pour it. I'm trying to show you this. Yeah, I had to use a shovel, so I'm gonna have to do some shovel loads full, and it shovels up just like dirt. Those pots, you don't have to break them up for what I'm doing. I'll show you where I put them. So you see there's some papers and stuff in there too. That's fine. And I just shovel that around this blueberry plant here. I don't know if you can see, but this blueberry plant has been a little sensitive. See, it's got some purple on the leaves. I don't know why, but it is sending me a sign that it needs organic matter. Something is eating the leaves. I'm not going to worry about that. When you plant bushes, it's not like you're planting a little tiny plant, but you see, it's being eaten and stuff like that. It'll make it past that. My garden, because most people in my area don't garden, the creatures come for whatever I plant, and I just have to use good old organic matter, in this case Starbucks, and she'll push past. Blueberries, if you give them enough organic matter, they can grow 3 to 5 foot a year. So this plant is capable of dealing with anything that nature throws at it. I just got to give it what it needs to succeed. My blueberries would like to thank Starbucks for their generous coffee grinds. As you can see, this blueberry, I just put these coffee grinds on yesterday, and I didn't water it in because I wanted it to age some, but this blueberry is already perking up from that little boost of organic matter. And I think that coffee grounds are a little acidic, so blueberries can take a lot of acidity in their soil. I'll show you the rest of them. This one here I've got high hopes for. That's an emerald blueberry plant, and it was finding its own. It was going strong, but you can see it had a few red leaves, and I probably need to water it a little bit more. That right there is a it's in the carrot family. I can't think of it right. Parsnip. That is a parsnip, came back on its own. Right next to that is garlic that's doing pretty good. And these are white raspberries. I've had these for a few years. These used to give me fruit all the time. Raspberries used to give me fruit all the time when I was on the rooftop. Now here I've got them in a more natural environment, and not a flower. Oh, but it's still budding out. So maybe it's going to be late with the fruit. The one in the deep shade is budding out too. If you look in the very back, I don't know what that is. That might be a raspberry. I don't know. And more garlic. But I put the coffee grinds around this one the other day, and I really think that the plant already likes it. Maybe it's the shade to the roots that are mattering, you know, sun on the leaves and shade on the roots, but I really feel like it looks happier. We'll see what it looks like over the course of the summer, and if it gives me blueberries. Then you come over here to this corner, and I probably could have used some more coffee grounds for this one, but I put down what I had. I don't see any difference on that one. But in the back there, I have a plant that I was a little concerned about. This plant has been really, really hard for me. It is a blueberry plant, but you see how it has some very light leaves on it and some very dark leaves, and they are sparse. I really want all my blueberry plants to do well. I know eventually it'll do well because it's been there over a year, and with very little dieback. I just got to get these, I got to get the mulch right so they hang in there for me. I should mention, the reason why I'm not pulling up my parsnips and eating them, this is a permaculture garden. I'm letting these bad boys go to seed. These are going to be my flowers this summer. And next year, I am hoping that I have tons of parsnips, like thousands of parsnips. Then I can eat some parsnips. That's the plan. Yeah. I just laid cover down on the ground, and the bird is exploring, having a new place to hide. I'm checking it out. Really excited about the new wild space I've created. Boy, when the watermelon cover this area, he's going to be in high heaven with all the shade and water. Probably getting a little drink in there too, because I just watered. This is my berry garden and my parsnips. The tallest plants are the parsnips, and my little calla lily flowers. Calla lilies are for Mom. She likes those. And I've learned how to take care of them so I get more flowers. If you'd like to know that information, please comment below. That parsnip I am growing for the seed. I eat the leaves of my parsnips. I use them in stews. You cannot do this if you're a Caucasian person, because I've heard that the leaves cause photosensitivity if you are extremely light. And you won't know it until you do it. But I'm very dark, and it's good for my health. Brown people, it's good for their health. Darker Caucasian people, it's fine with them, but I'm giving you that warning because in the garden, some things are what they are. I would say if you want to eat the leaves and you're light skinned, like Swedish or something, parsley is in the same family, celery is in the same family. Grow some celery, eat the leaves. I think lovage, the angelica, those kind of things are good, but parsnips are the only one that lower your they increase your photosensitivity. And as black as I am, you know, I don't even notice, but it's really good for me. Now that I went into that momish diatribe, for all my subscriber children, this is what this video is about. This is raspberries. I had this plant last year. It was supposed to fruit on first year. I didn't get that. I guess my conditions weren't conducive to it. But this year, the raspberry has clusters. I think I saw some other clusters. Yeah, I think that's a cluster there. We can't be sure. I grew my raspberries actually for the leaves because I'm in Southern California. And who am I kidding? Thinking I can grow raspberries in zone 9. You know, who am I kidding? I've grown them in pots, but in pots I am creating the conditions, but these are growing in a raised bed. And I've seen some yeah, oh my God, that is a raspberry too. So there's gonna be raspberries in Los Angeles. Who would have figured? Growing right next to our miner's lettuce. Here in Southern California, this is a no water plant. It grows and it flowers, and then in the summertime it's dead, comes back with the rain. So you don't determine when it comes back in the rain. And I think it's pretty, you know, for a no weather garden. That's pretty, isn't it? Comment below, let me know. I am nursing my blueberries here. I am very happy. Starbucks, I believe, has really been helpful. I put they are in a mulch of Starbucks coffee. You may know I do my drive-by videos at Starbucks, and I go so much that I finally got some coffee. This is all new growth, so this plant is growing out. I will get it some new fertilizer in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna wait a couple of weeks and let this coffee really get in there, and then I'll go from there. But I'm happy that it decided to give me some new growth. Yeah, it's not looking the way I want it to look. I'll show you some other blueberries. And I don't understand the difference. This is O'Neill. Look at how gorgeous that is. Now, again, this put out new growth when I put the Starbucks coffee on it. But this is what the original growth looks like. That looks nice, you know. Southern California, again, is not blueberry area, but my mom loves blueberries, and so do the birds, so I'm working on it. Then you get to another blueberry back here. This blueberry wasn't even supposed to be for Southern California. I think it's called Southern or something like that. And as you can see, it's doing great, you know. This is supposed to be a blueberry you would grow maybe in Texas. But it's doing great over here. And it's doing my best. This one here, I guess, oh, look at this. This one is putting out new foliage all along the cane. And it is, you guys, it smells like we're in a coffee factory over here. I kid you not, it smells like, all it had were those little leaves there. That was all it had. And I put that coffee on it, put a mulch of coffee on it, and it took that, it's got all new growth all along the cane. So I think the coffee is good for this one. Yeah, they're little right now, but you know, I'll keep on photographing it. Now in the back there, yeah, I'll try it. That one there, the leaves are really light, and they've got, but there's some dark leaves too. I think those dark leaves are the same plant. Yeah, it's got some